Hey y'all, welcome. I'm maggid Jhos Singer. I am one of the Jewish educators at the JCC of San Francisco. On behalf of all of us, I'm welcoming you to this amazing event. We are so grateful for everything that everybody does to ensure that the JCC's doors stay open so that we can continue to serve our diverse population of people who are welcomed in with open arms of Jewish values, of Klal Yisrael, a gathering together of all the people who are wrestling with the great mystery of life. Tonight, I have created a cocktail in honor of our friend and guest, Mr. Michael W. Twitty. If you haven't already read his book, you really should, The Cooking Gene. It's brilliant, it's fantastic, and so this is a tribute to him. I don't know what I'm going to call it exactly. We'll find out by the end of the drink. All right, but here it goes. Here's what you're going to need to make this drink. You're going to need a Boston shaker. You're going to need some ice, bowl of ice. You're going to need a couple of strawberries, couple of jiggers, one that's graduated that you can make small measurements and one that's kind of bigger. A muddler, some kind of a blunt object with which you can grind and or gently massage some of the ingredients in the drink. A Hawthorne strainer, also known as a coil spring strainer, and a little like tea-type kitchen strainer. All right, some herbs. What we've got here is mint, fresh mint, and fresh dill. Some molasses. Doesn't have to be blackstrap, just regular old molasses will do. And a bottle of bourbon. In this case, we're going to be using I.W. Harper. Why I.W. Harper? I'll tell you why. Because I.W. actually stands for Isaac Wolf Bernheim, not Harper. As it turns out, Jews had a very strong role in the early bourbon industry in the American South. Isaac Wolf Bernheim had come to America in the late 19th century as a young man, and long story short, he ended up getting a bookkeeping job in Paducah, Kentucky for a distillery. He watched the industry and he thought, I think I could do that, and indeed he could, and he became one of the most successful, if not the most successful, bourbon distiller in that period of American history. Jews accounted for about 3% of the population of Kentucky, and yet they were 25% of the distillers by 1900. So if you want to know more about Jews and booze, I highly recommend this book by Marnie Davis, Jews and Booze. And there's a whole lot in there about Jews and bourbon, but I chose this particular bourbon because this represents the Jewish part of, Jewish and Southern part of Michael Twitty's story. I chose some fruit because they're so gay. It's so great. I love it. And so we're going to put that in there. And we're going to have some of this molasses, which is a classic sweetening ingredient in Black Southern cooking. Actually all the South, but I think of it as particularly found in many Black dishes. Plus, it's connected to sugar cane, and there's a whole broken, difficult, beautiful, painful, terrible, amazing history behind that. So we're going to get that, and it's got a little bitterness in there, so you want to have that. And then we got the herbal, the mint that I kind of think of as kind of connected to the New South, mint julep, all of that, as well as some dill, which I think of as the kind of quintessential Ashkenazi herb. All right, those are our ingredients. So here it goes. Let's do it. We're going to take our shaker right here, and the first thing we're going to do is take a nice, big, juicy, organic, amazing, gorgeous, look at that. Is that like beautiful or what? Strawberry. I'm going to pull that little hull off, throw it in, and we're going to take our muddler right here, and we're really going to mash this berry. We really want to get all of the juices liberated so that it's nice and juicy and it really lets all of that nice fruitiness out. First taste of summer is coming in. All right, very good. Looks great. That's perfect. Now I'm gonna throw in a little bit of that molasses, a 1/4 ounce of molasses, approximately. It's a little bit hard to measure it because it's so viscous and it sticks in the thing, in the jigger, but I think that's pretty good, about a 1/4 ounce. And I'm gonna mash that in to that berry so we get that all nice and married together. Now we're gonna take a nice sprig of mint, about like that, throw that in there, a nice couple of sprigs of those like sweet little tender ends of the dill, maybe about that much because it's a very subtle, about that much. Yeah, not a lot. All right, now we're gonna put that in. Now with herbs, you just wanna very gently, not even quite bruise them, you just kinda wanna crush them gently, gently, gently so that those aromatic oils are released. Okay, all good with that. Now we're gonna put in 2 ounces of this I.W. Harper, also known as I.W. Bernheim, bourbon in there. Beautiful, all right. And now I'm gonna put some ice and shake it. Here we go. Ice over here. Give it about. There we go. Great. So it's going to be pretty filled up with ice like that. Take the other side, pop it on. We're going to give it a good bunch of shakes. It's going to be noisy, so I'm not going to talk. Nice and frosty. You see how that frosted up? All right, great. We're gonna just set that over there for a second. And now we're gonna take a large ice cube. Got one of these large spherical ice cube makers. And we're gonna take that out. And you're gonna take a heavy duty tea towel like this, open it up, take that ice cube, looks like that, put it in the middle, and you're gonna get to pretend you're at a Jewish wedding. You're gonna break the glass. Boom! The reason I do that is so that I can get really beautiful, clear ice, which anybody who has been watching any of these videos knows I love beautiful, clear ice, and I finally figured out how to do it. Just if you make that orb, you get a lot of clear ice on the edges, and when you smash it, the powdery kind of white murky ice, it just dissolves, it turns into powder. I'll show you. You see that? Powder. And the rest is nice and crystal-like, as you can see, which I really like. So that's a touch. You don't have to go to that length, but you know, it's alcohol. So you want to make it extra special because it's poison, and you want to, if you're going to drink it, make it really should be beautiful and exquisite, in my opinion. Alrighty, I'm going to double strain it because there's a lot of fruit and a lot of herbs and all of that stuff. I'm going to double strain it right into that glass. Oh, look at that. Gava, so beautiful. Momish beautiful. Okay. Love that. And then for garnish, I'm going to take a strawberry, which I have to admit I did pre-cut. And I'm going to just put that right on the rim of the glass. And if you wanted to, you could get very fancy. Oh, this is like super domineering mint. So this might be a little much, but who knows? Let's try it. There you go. The Michael Twitty. Let me give it a taste and see how it is. I love it. I love it. So complex. Lots of layers. A little bit of bitterness in the back from that molasses. It's kind of like hiding glorious herbal fresh note from the herbs. That I.W. Harper is a delicious, it's a wonderful bourbon. It really comes together, not unlike the man himself. So I hope we see you at the Michael Twitty conversation, either live or on Bina afterwards. And what can I say? L'chaim.